Sunday, a be a coso, a way my Ghana, and I mess of say at the Chibia, a tea and some for like a comment in a share videos from near what a pinchim dear nature say. A young young for be and I say, a cost steady, I remind dinner because of economy loss to be any a near beer, just say when you young for a year, not just say a year, I'm a hostem, a way my Ghana, tea uncle. Na yankotie ensemble said ye esiko ene bi emba.
We begin with the breaking news. The National Signals Bureau's Àrrest Adu Boahen has been remanded into the custody of the Economic and Organized Crime Office, IGP. Legal Affairs correspondent Lateef Idris reports that the court has ordered Adu Boahen, who is the first accused, to remain in custody for 7 days. This is to allow the Attorney General's Department to complete the preparation of witness statements for those intent to call in the case. Adu Boahen, his wife, and other individual and the company are facing 11 charges. This includes stealing, money laundering, and causing financial loss to the state. They also accused of using public office for personal gain, conspiracy to steal, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. All the accused have pleaded not guilty to the charges. A legal affairs correspondent Lateef Idris joins me via Zoom. Lateef, well, I know that you're just breaking the story to us a few minutes ago, but tell us, what factors informed the judge's decision to curtail Mr. Adu Boahen's bail and remand him into custody? Hi Lateef, if you can hear me, I'd want to find out what really informed the court or the judge's decision to curtail Mr. Adu Boahen's bail and remand him in custody, especially Yoko. We'll try reconnect with Lateef and try and see if we can hear him, but we'll try and raise him on phone. Lateef, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh. Good to have you. And so tell us, what informed the judge's decision to remand Adu Boahen, and especially even in Yoko custody?
Oh yes, so if you recall, on Wednesday evening when the Attorney General made a submission before the trial judge, he made a case that indeed he is opposed to any bail for Mr. Adu Boahen because the surveillance that he has, intelligence available to him, shows that Mr. Adu Boahen, even though he is on bail, attempted to interfere with a potential witness in the ongoing trial. And so when he said that, the trial judge said, okay, then I'm giving you 1 day space, come back today for an in-camera meeting, show me what you said you have, the surveillance, show me the surveillance, show me your intelligence, and then based on that, I'll make a determination on whether or not to grant Mr. Adu Boahen bail or to curtail the current bail he is enjoying. Because let's be clear, Mr. Adu Boahen has been on bail for the past couple of weeks. He met his bail condition when the amount was watered down to 80 million Ghana cedis, if you recall. Right. And so he's been on bail since. So the judge wanted to be sure whether to maintain him on bail or to curtail it. Now, after the over 1 hour in-camera meeting, it is now clear that the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, indeed had something on Mr. Adu Boahen as far as trying to interfere with a potential witness is concerned. And so the judge has come to the determination that Mr. Adu Boahen be kept in prison custody for some 7 days. For the Attorney General to finish taking statement from the potential witness that, according to him, Adu Boahen attempted to interfere with.
Well, before we go on to the other accused persons, tell me, paint a picture of how the courtroom was like, especially for his lawyer, lawyer Atachian.
Well, Atachian obviously was not happy with the ruling of the judge to remand his client in the prison custody. He tried to get the judge to include the weekends so that it would now be 5 days instead of 7 days. Then the judge explained to him that, no, I want the Attorney General to have 7 clear working days So that is minus the weekend. He wanted to get 5 days for his client, but that didn't happen. Obviously, Kwabena Adu Boahen was disappointed, and his wife and the third accused persons, they were all disappointed because I think they were expecting a different outcome after the in-camera meeting.
Interesting. It would be a wife and husband matter. The wife gets to go home on bail and the husband gets to be remanded. What happens to the others as well, beyond the wife?
Yeah, like you just mentioned, the third accused person is also going to stay on the police inquiry bail that he is currently enjoying. So Mr. Adu Boahen is the only one who is going to go back in the custody of Yoko.
When is the next hearing in court?
13th May.
Thank you, Lati. Thank you. Now, away from that, let's do ECG. Now, President John Mahama has approved a plan to hand over the retail operations of the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, to a private sector operator. Government officials say the concession is aimed at boosting efficiency and improving service delivery in the country's power sector. Under the new arrangement, the private operator will handle customer service and revenue collection while the state retains ownership of ECG.
Let me assure you, that is not my intention to privatize ECG as an institution. Our attention is more a public-private collaboration to inject efficiency into our downstream electricity distribution system.
President Mahama outlining the rationale behind the privatization move. Listen as Energy Minister John Jinapo explains the new model to Evans Mensah.
We've gone to Cabinet. Cabinet has chosen the option of concession. Okay. We are not selling ECG, and let me put this on record.
So that decision has now been made?
It's been made. We are not selling ECG. Far from that. And so ignore the misinformation, ignore the misconception. Cabinet has taken a definitive position that we require some level of private sector participation, but not to sell the company outright. So what are we talking about? And I try to put it simple. ECG will remain the holding company. So ECG has this room as ECG operational area. They divide into 4-3. Ruling company, you take one. Yours is to manage that sector or that geographical area. At the end of the month, we check how much power came to you. Just hypothetically, maybe 20 megawatts. And so we check the gigawatt hours that you consumed, and we say that this is a price. PS, you pay ECG.
The committee that developed the recommendations was chaired by Jabesh Amisa Arthur. He tells Joy News that involving the private sector is the best way to turn ECG around.
Is to have a private sector entity that will not listen to those instructions. I've heard people also say that interference from the outside must be curtailed and people must stop interfering from the outside. We as Ghanaians must decide, are we willing to allow ECG to work well, and are we willing to leave it alone to do the work well, or appoint somebody who is capable and competent and leave him to do the work well? If we do that, fine, but if we can't do that, and then the only way to stop the interference is to probably appoint a private sector entity and the structure of ECG that had been operated up to now. If I am in charge of a village or a town and my losses go above what is expected, I don't get penalized.
But not everyone agrees. The Trades Union Congress is opposing the move.